I welcome all of you to this video session on the present situation that we are all facing. Actually, the world is in a state of paranoia. Everybody is paranoid. Why? Because of this so-called coronavirus. But my session today has nothing to do with corona. I'm going to talk about the most dangerous virus that mankind has been infected with since time immemorial, and unfortunately is not even aware of it. आदत हो गई है, वो वायरस इतना अंदर गया है हमारे कि मालूम भी नहीं है कि हम उस वायरस से अफेक्टेड हैं. हाँ, आज चूंकि सारी दुनिया एक ग्रूव में है, दे आर इन अ ग्रूव to heal themselves, to get rid of this virus. So I thought probably you may be ready to even eradicate, at least become aware of the virus that has destabilized mankind. It's high time we should do something about it. In fact, the entire spirituality that we have been understanding, the entire spiritual wisdom has been directing people to this place only. यहाँ पे आओ, समझ लो कि आपकी जिंदगी मिजरी में है because you are addicted to it. आपको समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, लेकिन मुझे ऐसे लगता है दिस इज द टाइम फॉर ऑल ऑफ अस टू बिकम अवेयर ऑफ दिस डेडली वायरस दैट इज installed in our DNA. I just remembered a quote by Mark Twain. Mark Twain says that I had so many problems in my life, out of most of them never happened. I had so many problems in my life, most of which never happened. What is he trying to say? He is trying to say that I have fought with so many problems in my life, 80% of which were imaginary. Very interesting. All our life, we are struggling, striving, crying, complaining, being miserable. Why? Because we are actually facing so many situations in life जो शायद ट्रॉमेटिक है, जो प्रॉब्लमेटिक है, whatever. And because of those situations that are there in life, we are perturbed, we are disturbed. Now, I want to ask you one thing. How do you know that you are disturbed? Or, to make it slightly more easier, how do you realize that you are having a problem? The answer is simple. You realize that you are having a problem anywhere in life is because there is a thought which makes you aware of that problem. समझ में आ रहा है आपको? There is a thought. That thought pops up and says that my father-in-law had insulted me. अभी शादी हो गई है 25 साल, 25 years. But now, after 25 years, because of some reason rather, a thought pops up, because probably you see something on the TV which is similar, and it says कि मेरे फादर इन लॉ ने भी मुझे ऐसे ही इंसल्ट किया था. Then you start thinking over it. All that comes back. You start sulking. You start behaving indifferently with your wife or whatever. You go into a different mood. अभी जो हो गया है वो कब हुआ है? 25 years ago. But now that thought just pops up in your system and destabilizes you. But you feel that it is so natural that you go with the flow. You become miserable only because you are not aware that your present has nothing to do with your past, but your present has been disturbed because of a thought. We call this thinking process as our mind. And this mind you, is the greatest virus that mankind has been infected with. This mind. We are constantly thinking. If you realize, there are thoughts just arising in your mind. Some useful, some useless, some of the past, some of the future. चल रहा है. That cacophony is on. And at times, that cacophony, tires you. थक जाते हो. इसलिए the most sold medicine in the world are tranquilizers. Why do people take these tranquilizers? ये जो thought चल रहे हैं ना 24/7, 365, to stop them. Some people are not able to stop them. चल रहे nonsense. When you have something to do, then you just get something which is useful, which is known as the working mind, of course. काम करते हो. The moment that working process is over, the thinking mind takes over, and again the film is on. And let me tell you that 80% of the world's diseases are psychosomatic, which means they are because of these kind of thoughts, which scientists say are most of the time negative. Have you ever realized that you never think, at least most of the people never think negatively? आप नहीं सोचते हो, आप निगेटिव नहीं होते हो. Negative thoughts arise in your consciousness, arise in your mind. It's very interesting. Negative thoughts just pop up and you dance to the tune of these negative thoughts. तो आप बोलेंगे, अगर आप बोल रहे हो कि 80% ऑफ द डिजीजेस happen because of these psychosomatic situations, conditions, लेकिन फिर भी फंक्शन कर रहे हैं ना, we are still functioning. अरे yes, but look at the way you are functioning. Small children, school children are falling sick. The average age in Japan where you get a heart attack is 40. The world is in crisis. Tell me, are we really happy? Are we really happy the way we are living? Ask yourself, and you will know that we are not happy. We try to find happiness by distracting from these thoughts. And that is why people are addicted to television. The moment they come home, the first thing people tries to search for is the remote. TV lagao. Kyun? You get distracted from your mind. तो वहां पे चल रहा है, जो भी चलने दो, खुद का तो नहीं है कुछ. And that is why most people are going to be very, very miserable during these days of quarantine. They wanted that peace and happiness, free time. अभी फ्री टाइम है, क्या करें यार? What should I do? I'm getting so bored. Netflix पे क्या है? Hotstar पे क्या है? Because we cannot keep quiet, we cannot be at peace with ourselves, because this virus called the mind takes over. We are unable to face it. क्या करें? Is there a solution? There might be a solution for this corona. I am very hopeful. जाएगा 15 दिन, महीना, कभी तो वो जाएगा ना. लेकिन ये वायरस जो हमने पाल रखा है, कैसे जाएगा? Only one thing can free you from this virus, and that is becoming aware of this virus. Ramdas Swami, a great saint of Maharashtra, says, विचार जो पाहे तो पुरुष. One who has the capacity to observe his thoughts, his mind, is a purush, a complete human. विचार न पाहे तो पशु. One who doesn't have the acumen to observe one's thoughts is as good as an animal. Friends, the problem with us is, since our childhood, we feel that we are our thoughts. We are our thoughts. मेरे विचार, my thoughts. I am my thoughts. I am my mind. No. That is the greatest mistake. You are not your thoughts. Your thoughts are just the reactions from all that has been programmed in you and your DNA since time immemorial. पैदा होने के बाद जो जो आपने देखा, समझा, सोचा, अनुभव किया, सब प्रोग्राम हो गया। और जो डेटा प्रोग्राम हो गया आपके जहन में, आपके भीतर, इन योर सेल्युलर मेमोरी, just keeps on reacting to situations independent of yourself. It's a normal automatic response or reaction, I would say. Not the response, it's a reaction. The mind reacts as per its program, but you are not the mind. And this is the most important part of this session. I just want to make you aware that you are not the mind. You are not your thoughts. Then who am I? Spirituality has been asking this question again from time immemorial. Who am I? Who are you? You are the presence, the pure presence in which the mind, the analytical mind, the mana, buddhi, ahankar arise. Difficult, eh? Is it difficult? Yes, it is difficult. बहुत लोगों को समझ में नहीं आता है, आएगा नहीं, प्रोबेबली वो वीडियो बंद भी करेंगे इस पॉइंट पे, क्योंकि भीतर ही नहीं जाएगा. To understand that I am not my mind and I am not my thoughts basically is very difficult, because there is so much of identification. क्या करेंगे? I'll give you a very simple experiment to find yourself. Just close your eyes. Okay? So you have closed your eyes. Now open the eyes, open your inner eyes, and try to think of your father, your mother, your wife, your children, your boss, or anyone. Abhi aap kholi. What did you do? You closed your eyes. But when I asked you to see all these things, you could see. Who saw all these? You will say the mind. No. Now please understand one thing. Mind is equal to thoughts. When there are no thoughts, there is no mind. I'll come again. Mind is equal to thoughts. When there are no thoughts, there is no mind. और इसीलिए, in spite of we being bombarded 24/7 with all these thoughts, we are still functioning, because there is one state in our life, our day-to-day life, which repairs the entire mind-body unit. And that is known as the delta state of our brain. Our brain has 4 states. The one where we are awake is the beta. The one when we are dreaming is the theta. The one which is in between the awakeness and the dream state is the alpha. And the deep sleep state is the delta. So when you go into delta, you are going into no mind state. And when the body enters into this no mind state, healing takes place on its own. That is known as the homeostasis of this body-mind unit. It heals. You need that period to heal the whole system. And that is why they say that a sound sleep is the most important healer. So हमको क्या चाहिए? This delta. But that is only available in deep sleep, because sleep is also affected with the theta. Where dreams are there, इसका मतलब thoughts है ना? When we dream, there is thinking happening at a different level, but happening, चल रहा है. वो dreams में इतने stressful situations है. We face so many things. As good as living normal, practical life. ऐसा ड्रीम लाइफ है. अल्फा में तो we relax. When people meditate, most of the time they go into that alpha state. Okay. But our spiritual traditions tell us that we have the acumen to induce this delta-like state even when we are awake. The entire Mandukya Upanishad is on this. It talks about the 4 states. The waking state, Jagruti, dream state, Sushupti, deep sleep, Nidra, and the 4th is the most important, which they call the Turiya. The Turiya itself means the 4th. Now some people correlate it with the alpha state. No, it is not the alpha. Turiya is being aware of being aware. Just being aware. Being aware of what? Being aware of whatever is happening in your consciousness. Like when you closed your eyes and imagined your father, mother, wife, whatever, mind you, there was no thought, but there was a presence. One who was observing all this. Like you can observe all that, if you become aware, you can even start observing your thoughts. We are not used to observing our thoughts. That is why we get mixed. But we are not our thoughts. We are the pure presence consciousness, in which thoughts, imagination, ideas, whatever appear. So if you understand this, you will understand one thing, that you are not your thoughts. You are the observer of the thoughts. One who understands this becomes what is called the Dvija. You know what's the meaning of the word Dvija? The meaning of the word Dvija is twice born. Twice born? What is the meaning of the word twice born? अभी हमारे यहाँ पे कोई रिचुअल्स होती है, the threading ceremony and all. So they say that after the threading ceremony, that boy becomes a Dvija. No, that's not a Dvija. A Dvija, the twice born, is one who is born to this idea that he is not his thoughts. He is the pure witness. He is not even the intellect. He is the pure witness in which all this is taking place. One who realizes this gets realized. This is known as awakening. The word enlightenment comes from the same source. To enlighten. प्रकाश पड़ गया. कबीर says, जब मैं था तब वो नहीं. जब मैं ही था, thoughts and me mixed. जब मैं था तब वो नहीं. After realizing this, now there is only presence. अब वो है, मैं नहीं. सब अंधेरा मिट गया जब दीपक देखा माही. Friends, the whole mankind has been infected with this virus of the mind. But you are not the mind. You are pure consciousness, Shuddha Chaitanya. If you just become aware of this, you will free yourself from the futile cacophony of thoughts. आपके भीतर विचार आ रहे हैं, आप विचार नहीं हो, आप शुद्ध चैतन्य हो. So if you develop this acumen to just observe a thought which arises in your consciousness, the gap starts happening. It may not happen in a single day. It's a practice, it's a sadhana. You might, when this process begins, you will realize कि अरे मेरे भीतर क्रोध पैदा हो रहा है. Our anger is arising in me. I am not anger. One who understands this becomes the master, Swami. The meaning of the word Swami is this. Now you don't get mixed with the mind. You are the pure witness. कुछ भी होने दो ना वहां पे, जो हो रहा है होने दो. You are निर्लेप, चिपके नहीं हो उससे, अलग हो. जो जग गया वो वायरस मुक्त हो गया. सो अभी बाहर कहीं जाना नहीं है तो भीतर जाइए. पॉन्डर ओवर इट. जितना आसान मैं कर सका उतना मैंने आसान करने की कोशिश की है. I just want you to understand, you are not the mind. I had so many problems in my life, most of which didn't happen मार्क ट्वेन, इतना सही तरीके से बोला है उसने। बिकम अवेयर ऑफ दिस माइंड, become aware of your thoughts, realize that you are not your thoughts. Thoughts are happening. You are free. मुक्त हुआ. And that is why हमारे इधर वो राजहंस को जो वैल्यू है, इसीलिए है कि वो दूध और पानी को अलग कर सकता है. He is a rajhans. And the human who can do that becomes a Paramahans. He can take whatever is needed and throw the trash, whatever is not needed. Then he is a free Mukta Hans. If you want to experience this practically, I'll just share with you the last experiment. So you will get a chance to observe your own self. If you want, you can close your eyes softly and just ask this question: where is my next thought going to come from? Ask yourself this question. I will wait. Open your eyes. You must have realized that after you ask this question, there is a gap. Nothing arose in your mind. No thought. You were in a thoughtless state for some time. We'll do this one more time. Close your eyes. Where is my next thought going to come from? You will see that you have gone into a thoughtless state, a space-like state, become the one who is aware of this state is the pure presence. Please open your eyes. If you practice this, your presence will grow. And the more your presence grows, the more you will distance yourself from your mind. And if this happens, the virus will just dissolve. The virus of the mind will just dissolve. Then you will choose your thoughts. You will not get overwhelmed by them. This is the ultimate purpose of our life. Try to ponder over this. सोचो, समझ में आ गया तो मुक्त हो गए, नहीं आया तो आप कतार में हैं. नमस्कार.